Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Doctor Stone Season 1, Episode 17. Last episode was amazing. We had the reveal that Senku's dad is the one that started the original people of the ISS, all of them together, started the village. They obviously, after everyone turned to stone, went down. We got to see a whole flashback of his dad trying to become an astronaut, failing the first time, succeeding the second time, going up into space, or at least I think it was the second time. At any rate, at some point he succeeded, went up to the ISS, and then they witnessed what happened to the Earth, which was very jarring and terrifying and all that. But we got a whole crew of characters. I don't know if we're going to be continuing with the storyline. Was it like, oh, last episode you saw enough, now we jump back to Senku and them, or do we continue it and we see them go down and start the village and everything? I think it'd be pretty cool to see a little more, but if we don't, that's fine too. I trust the show and what it decides to show us. So yeah, let's get started here, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Yo, damn. So scary. I wonder what would have happened if he held on to that soda. Would it have turned to stone too? Oh shit. Oh no, their clothes didn't, so it definitely wouldn't have. Hmm. South America. Oh, I love that. I think there was a bit of dual audio there too, where Senku was thinking what they'd have to do to figure it out, while he's also realizing what they have to do to figure it out. I think that was really cool. As long as I'm right, I think it did sound like both their voices talking in unison, right? I'll have to go back and double check, but originated in South America. Interesting. I miss them. I wonder when they're gonna come back in the story. I wonder if we'll deal with Tsukasa by the end of season 1, or if he's gonna be like a constant threat. All right. 100 nights and 1,000 skies. I talked about that last episode. What if the planet is still not safe? Ah. What? Huh. Wow. That's why, remember I talked about how there weren't any residents that really resembled his dad? I guess it's because his dad didn't go down. Man. We knew he counted, but it's still insane that he counted. Oof, in the water. How close to land, though? Damn. Damn. That's so wild. It's that same thing again, the dual audio. I'm pretty convinced they did it in the beginning now if they did it again there. It's cool. Hmm. He trained for that swimming. Nice. Okay, so maybe they did all go down, so my bad. What? I was, I was gonna say, she sees something though. Yep, they're coming, aren't they? Oh, look at our boy. Ugh. 10 hours of rowing? That's wild. How'd he get them out? The man just rowed for 10 hours. I don't care how he got them out. Interesting. No, he's petrified, isn't he? Yo. No survivors. So they eventually go to Japan, right, though? Because that's where the village ends up. We saw the way she looked at him. Also, I want to point out that Shamil said he had no family. Remember I said at one point that I thought he looked kind of like, Tsukasa. Obviously, I don't think Tsukasa's like his son or anything, because the timing doesn't work out. Tsukasa's too old, and he's too young at this time. But I thought maybe, like, there'd be some kind of family relation. But he said he had no family. That's why he was sent down first. 3 years later. Oh, kids and shit? No. Hey. Yep. Three years later, there should still be houses and stuff. Did they have to build, like, cabins? Oh, they're on a island, like a deserted island. Never mind, there's probably not houses. My bad. I'm an idiot. Got some music. No. Oh, shit. Man, the storytelling was just like an image like that. God damn. That's actually sad. Hmm. Yeah. It is a very sad thought. The faith. Wait, did I read that right? I have to go back. Sorry. Not right now. Don't worry. We're continuing. Don't pause or anything. But after this episode ends, I have to go back and cool. All right. Damn. And now we're back. Oh, that's right. So they didn't know until now. Not all of you, but that's okay. Yeah, that's what I thought he said. All right. So they're not. Okay. That was what I thought I missed. I thought he said we're not blood related, and I was like, oh, wait, they're not? And, like, I thought I read it wrong, but he just confirmed it again, so I don't have to go back. Yeah, so they're not blood related. Interesting. Huh. There's a stepfather, but what happened to the mother? That would mean his mother was the... Oh. Yeah. Oh, I suppose I didn't even. I'm dumb. I said no one really resembled him, but he has white hair and he's not that old, seemingly. So that could be a descendant. That's my bad. I totally forgot about I can't remember his name. I have it written down, actually. I don't know if I remember which one's which, though. Where did I write that down? Jasper and Turquoise. Guessing Jasper. What is this? Oh, we're back. Okay. Damn. Antibiotics. Oh no. And it's storming. Damn, they never made it back. Or they never found the antibiotics. Oh man. That's sad. Poor Shamil. Oh, is he sick too? Yeah, pneumonia. Wow. This right here is why we need Senku Tsukasa. This is prime example. This is why we need science. You fool. Oh. Damn. He was such a hard-ass character, I didn't think I'd like him this much this quickly. Oh. Oh, satellites coming down. Or is that the ISS? That might have been the ISS. Damn. All little munchkins. Hmm. Nice. Okay. Ah, story about minerals. There's Chrome Baby for you. Uh... Damn. This show stepped it up these last few episodes. And it was already incredible. Oh. Interesting. Yeah. Lillian. Oh. Shit, man. Uh, was that his? That just got me emotional, man. My eyes are teared up. Whew. God, his faith in his son. It's just incredible. Yeah. Let it out, Senku. Please, Tsukasa, don't do any bullshit cliffhanger stuff. Nice, okay. I was so worried. I've seen scenes like that too, where characters having like an emotional moment and then they get like jumped. Oh shit. Message from Tsukasa. Uh-oh. Alright, shit. Okay. The next stage, dealing with Tsukasa, I guess. I talked about that. I was like, maybe season 1 is going to be dealing with him. So are we going to start arming up weapons of science again? What an incredible episode, guys. Wow. That legit... It's been a while. It's been a while since I got so emotional in a show, in an episode. Like, man. My eyes were straight up watering a bit there. I think I could, like, genuinely, like... The funny thing is I get more emotional in shows when I rewatch them. I think it's because I know roughly what's happening already. So, like, I'm more, like, emotionally ready, if that makes sense. So I wouldn't be surprised if I'll probably eventually go and watch a reaction of this. Someone reacting to this show. And I will probably tear up at that scene when I see it again, because that's how it works. Like, probably tear up more than I just did. But yeah, there was something so powerful about his dad having, like, so much faith in his son, but also just seeing what they went through with pneumonia and all that. But that is it, guys, for episode 17. So, yeah, like I was saying, there was something just so powerful with his faith, like, sending that message back. I always it it does get me, and there's been a lot of other media that have had like letters from someone who's passed that have like that just get me, right? Like, and having this story, having the last one just be a message from father to son, that's how much faith he had. Is he created all of these the 100 tales as things to help with like food, water, surviving and stuff like that, all of these very important things, and he makes the last one as a part of this list of very important things be a message to his son, who he has no idea. Like, he's going off of faith, but in reality, he doesn't know if his son is aging in that stone, right? So, like, if he's not broken out by the time that he passed away, it's like he could be aging in there, and he could have just aged to death. Like, or he could have died instantly when the petrification happened. They also had no evidence that people could be brought back, right? It's just like he was just going off of faith that his son was alive and will rebuild everything. And obviously, yes, it's happening, but there was something just so powerful about that faith that just moved me, right? So, but yeah, that was really sad seeing, they established what they had there. And like I said, like I made a couple goofs this episode. Like, I missed the line, or I kind of missed the line where he said they weren't blood related. Luckily, Senku relayed it again, and I was like, oh, okay, that is what he said. That's what I thought I read, but I didn't want to be wrong, so I was like, I'll go back and look after the episode, but I don't have to now. Which is interesting. Like, we've only ever seen the dad, so I wonder, like, is the mom not in the picture anymore? Was, like, did Senku's mom, like, get with Byakuya, and then she passed away or something, and then he was left with him? Or was Senku adopted by his parents? I don't know, but either way, not blood related, which also means that everyone in this village is free game without having to worry about any kind of ancestry. Not that, I mean, anime isn't, not like we really... I'd be surprised if we went into that kind of thing. Like, characters will talk about, like, romance and stuff like that, but usually we don't ever get much of it in shows, so... I mean, maybe this one will be different, but yeah. Whew, but seeing them in the past and just them getting picked off by, like he said, pneumonia of all things, like something that they, in our modern medicine we have a cure for. It sucks thinking about that they just don't have it. And then the two that went off and we never saw them again, right? That went off to get the medicine. Like, there's no chance that there's more people out there other than this village, right? Like, there's no chance that... What were their names? I'm sorry. It was a lot of names to try to remember in one episode. Dahlia and Yakov. There's no chance that they actually made it to shore somewhere else, at, like, the mainland, and they deemed, like, maybe their boat got destroyed or something, like, right near the shore, and they lived and, like, had more kids, and there could be, like, a whole population somewhere else. I don't know. Like, I doubt it, but we just never saw them again, which is also sad. They went off in that storm. I imagine they died in that storm, right? That they went off in, but yeah, it's just so sad seeing that freaking Shamil's death was sad too, like, but also kind of wholesome in a way, where he was like, we're first introduced with him saying, like, humanity doesn't need fun, right? And stuff like that. For him to, on his deathbed, be like, I had fun. It's, just going back on everything that he said and stood for before, and all that was just super impactful. And the feeling that we had in Byakuya, like, usually a lot of the times men in anime are portrayed to be that, like, don't show emotion. You can get, like, upset, like, you can, like, close your eyes and grunt, because you're sad, but a lot of the times they don't portray like the grown men like crying and getting as emotional as we saw Byakuya, but I love that we saw that. So um we did learn a little bit of stuff here with South America being the origin of it, which was pretty cool. To know that. Now, I mean, I wonder if Senku could eventually, like, I'd love, oh my god, how much I'd love it if we eventually got to the point in the show where we were like investigating. Like, I'd love to see him travel and not just be like cooped up in Japan. It'd be really cool if he eventually like tries to go to South America and see if he can find like the origin of it. But I don't know how you would, because South America is obviously very big. How would you find like one thing? And 3,700 years later, there's most likely no trace of it, because there's no trace of any buildings or anything really anymore. So maybe going there isn't. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe going there is a bad idea, because there wouldn't be anything to find. So I don't know. I do wonder, like, he talks about cracking the mystery of like how that happened and all that, so I wonder if he ever will. But yeah, when they landed in the water and Byakuya went down, or they the second dropship came down, or whatever you call it, pod, and he rode for 10 hours to get to them. What a man. Like, holy shit, I couldn't do it. I'm just not in enough shape to row for 10 hours. Like, I would be dead, and so would they, because I would just be passing out after, like, hell, I'd probably be passing out after an hour of rowing. Like, your arms would be so sore. Jesus. Because, like, you'd get to a point, like, have you guys ever done, like, a ton of work to the point where you're, like, completely exhausted, and like where even just lifting your arms is difficult? Like, there's only so much like willpower can carry you. But yeah, obviously he was, I think in better shape and everything than I was. I mean, we saw him there rowing jacked. But that moment, I like the way all that stuff was handled. Like, I like the way that Rory handled it. Like, I like how it's not like, even though she grew up on this as like a story, she was able to separate that from what we actually like. She realized it was real, right? But yeah, it was like, I don't know. There was something so sweet about the way she handled that. Like, she could tell, like, I think she could tell that it was an emotional thing for Senku and all that, and it was really good. But I wanted to see, there was like a moment. I wonder if I can find it. I can't. Was it? I feel like it was after all this. It was such a brief moment. It was when we see like the visions of all the people and like the descendants and everything going down the line and all that. I wanted to see some of the originals, like, is it right here where we sees like the kind of the spirit of his father in a way? Is this the moment? Oh, damn, no, it's not. It's such a fast scene that I can't remember where exactly it was. I might have to try to find it on my own time, because I don't think I have the... I don't think it's here when they first show up at the graves, right? But yeah, it was like a shot in the sky of all like the people going down and all that. Yeah. I can't really find it. I might rewatch that scene on my own time and try to find it, but I was just curious, like, if there was any because I briefly saw, like, I was like, okay, it's like, but it went so quick that I didn't get to like analyze it at all. So I was just curious if there was any kind of hint. Like, I'm assuming that Lily, like, it felt like Lillian and Byakuya got together, right? But I don't know if they actually did or not. And I didn't know if there was any kind of hint in like the that shot of all of them. So, but I have the episode playing to see if it'll come up, but I can't remember. I can't remember where it happened. Because it definitely seems like one of those kids is like the daughter of Lillian, right? It feels like to me when we see the kids running on the cliff, but. And obviously, like, these two here, Kohaku and Ruri, look a lot like Lillian as well, so... Yeah, I don't know. I'm even watching and I'm back to the point that I already saw again, and we didn't get that. Unless it happens after Ruri leaves. Because I'm at the point where he asks Ruri to leave, right? Yeah, I'm gonna look around before I go back. She leaves and gives him time. But yeah, I can't get over how good this episode was. It's just, I don't really have much more to say. I mean, obviously we have Tsukasa coming. That was like a big thing, which, does he just, like, why does he want to attack the village, I wonder? They don't, like, if he relayed the message and they know that Senku's dead, why are they coming? Unless, I'm sure we're gonna find out next episode, right? I mean, unless he just wants all the power, right? Because, like, his goal was not to have any science, but the village doesn't have any science, right? So it's like, I don't know. Yeah, this is the part where we found out about Tsukasa, so it's not that scene that I'm thinking isn't there. It must have been farther back. But anyway, what's it called? But I mean, unless Tsukasa might have found out that Senku's alive somehow, but then also, you know, does he just want like ultimate power? Does he want all the remaining people to be a part of his group? I don't know. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to have this fight, because obviously Tsukasa is like extremely strong, but with the power of science, that's what he's scared of, is Senku being able to create things that, you know, they're not going to be able to deal with, but, you know, with spears and bows and arrows or whatever they have these days over there. So, but also if their army is coming, that means that very soon we might have Taiju and oh shoot, I always forget her name, and it's always on the tip of my tongue. Like, this time more than ever, I feel like it's right there, but god damn it. Back to the beginning, Yuzuriha. God damn it. I'm so bad with her name. I guess it is like such a different name, but we might have them coming back into the story too if they're still over there. We don't know what's up with them. Like, are they going to be a part of the army that's marching, or are they still behind? If Senku is still alive, or if they know that Senku's alive, that might have put their like infiltration mission in danger. Could they be like captured over there? And like, you must have known that he's alive, right? Something like that. I don't know. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. I already mentioned that I'm not like the biggest fan of the Tsukasa storyline, but hopefully it's done well, and I'm sure I'm still gonna enjoy the show, and I'm sure we're still gonna have like all the science bits as we're leading up, because, you know, we're gonna use science to combat them. But yeah, I wonder how big his army is at this point, because he knows how to free the people, right? So he's probably like, we saw him going and freeing some people, I believe. So he's gonna have like a decent sized army, I'd imagine, depending on how many young people he found that are worthy of saving. But anyway, I'm looking forward to it regardless. I love the show, and like I said before, I trust it to give us a good experience, even with the Tsukasa stuff. So, but yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more content. 2 episodes ahead through the early access tier. Thank you guys so much. Links are in the description, or they should be popping up on the screen. And I'll see you guys in my future reactions. Bye bye.